Hello, everyone. Coming to you from my phone camera here. So I forgot my camera back inside. So I want to make a final update on the V-Cord unit here that I've been looking at for the past month. It does seem to be 99% operational. I'll explain the missing 1% in a bit here. But, so since last time, I put the belt. I did order the recommended capstan belt that Rene Gonzalez used in his repairs. This is from the Elliot Electronic Supply .com. That's the size right there. So I replaced that with the. Here's some TV stuff on this tape that I have not been able to play before. So yes, I swapped the placeholder capstan belt out with one of these. I got two because I have that Sanyo from last year that needs a proper capstan belt, and it is working. So after I replaced the capstan belt, I was still getting that issue with long play tapes. But as far as standard play tapes go, this is recorded in SP. This was actually from my first lot of tapes that I got from California. That's where I got that tape that had Grizzly on it. Well, Killer Grizzly, I guess, was the name for television. But yeah, it's that same lot of tapes. And I'm finally able to play this now because this machine is able to do SP with no issues. So I'm very happy. I'm excited to see what how standard play tapes look on this format, because they're supposedly recorded at the full broadcast frame rate. And they do not do skip field for standard play. That's only for long play tapes. But it's playing standard play tapes A-OK. It was the long play tapes that was giving us issues. Now, yesterday I was like fiddling down with on the servo board at the bottom here, and you know, I was seeing if it was a capstan issue. I mean, because of course you had that like wow and flutter, but I ruled that out with the new belt. It was actually, the issue was linked to this board here, which is the playback demodulator board. That board right here is for record, for the luminance. This is playback luminance, and then color board does both. So I'll just get this tape out now. One other thing I did do was I did go underneath here. Well, first off, I cleaned that rubber roller, gave it some rubber renew today, and then like underneath that gear system, the gear that's attached to the motor, which is actually a little small gear, that one did have a crack in it. I mean, it's, again, plastic over a metal part. That's what else can you expect to happen? So I did weld that. I didn't take it out. I just was able to work the soldering iron in there and weld it. And it is, that really does make a difference, because of course when that split goes, makes contact with the other gears, it's going to separate a little bit, and that messes up the flow here. So important to weld that. I've seen that happen a few times across these machines, but funny enough, that didn't seem to happen on my main unit. Well, my old main unit. This one, I say, is going to take its place. So this tape is in LP. Now, yes, as I mentioned in the last video, the switch for that lets you select the modes, that broke off, and that's how it just came to me. So I know I have a parts KV-4000 that would have a good one of these to swap out, but for the time being, I'm just going to stick a little utensil in there, switch it between the two modes when I need it. So press play, and I wonder if the issue is going to show up on screen.
and small winery operation where things are designed for maximum
kind of, yeah.
efficiency and control.
Yeah, see that video noise there?
Participates in the production of about 50,000
Well, I basically tapped the board here, and it kind of, and it fixed itself. Of course it did. But yeah, all that nonsense that we saw in the last video, there must be some kind of loose connection in the board here, because I just, by accident, what was it? I had it on its end here, you know, with the board, you know, pressed up against the bench here, you know, constantly looking at that servo board, trying to determine what the heck was wrong, and then, you know, I was kind of giving up on that, and then I was moving it back down, and I saw the picture cleared up, like, immensely, and I'm like, what the heck? And then doing, like, a little percussive maintenance, so, like, you know, just doing the tap, tap, tap along the board there, and that, and the picture, like, cleared right up. So it's some connection somewhere. I basically resoldered like this whole half of the board here, reflowed all the joints, because all the joints on these were just looked like ass. They did not, you know, I guess whatever solder bath they used at the factory, they definitely not the best. So I reflowed like half of the board here, because whenever I tapped this half of the board, the picture cleared right up. But funny enough, whenever I whenever I like go back, switch between the two modes. In fact, I can show you, see if it works, see if it happens again. Or if I hit pause, the noise comes back when I switch to LP, but like momentarily, and then it'll clear up, and then I do a tap, and then it, you know, it basically permanently fixes itself as long as I keep it on LP. So I don't know if it's a loose, if a connection is loose on one of the components here. Like, you know, I hope it's not one of those special, something special like this, because I really only have like one spare board for this. One spare of this board here. So if it's something that I can just replace or like fix with a reflowing the joint, the solder, I would like to, but anyway, that's enough LP. Let's go back to LP and see if it happens. See? You go back to LP and you get that. But I'm going to tap the board here. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I wonder if it's like, I swear I tap it on like different parts of the board here, including on the shield here, and it clears itself right up. Oh, I just put this together because as is, I can use this. You know, it's not, the odd thing is it's not like resorting back to its old ways. Once you tap it, you're good to go. And let's see if I can like get the problem. Yeah, and I tap the board. I tap that part again. I can't get the problem to rise back up. So there's some ghost in the machine here, obviously. But I'm just going to use this as is. I mean, basically whenever I play a V-Cord tape, I have the top off. So, because, you know, the heads do clog up easily on these machines. And then you got to deal with that before you can proceed with digitizing anything. But yeah, as long as I have a screwdriver by my side whenever I use this thing, I'm basically going to be good to go. But that's just so weird. I wonder if I remove the shield here, you know, which is kind of a bit of a tall order, but obviously it can be done. If I'll find like clearly a cold joint there. Because, like, it's weird. It's like once you switch between, like, or if you do pause, because that uses the other head. See? It's like the absolute moment like any signal is taken away from the LP path. It's like it goes cold again. But then let's see if it will work. Oh, I don't know anymore. I'm just gonna say, for the time being, this is very usable. I just gotta do that, give it the old smack on the caboose when I want to watch an LP tape. But this thing is playing SP tapes very, very well, from what I can tell. The capstan is going at the right speed. I don't hear any wow and flutter, really. So, and I will admit, I was fiddling with like the trim pots on the bottom end when I was like unsure if it was a capstan issue. But I'm not hearing any. The audio sounds to be going at the right rate, so I didn't mess anything up, fortunately. That's gonna do it. So, yeah, very, very odd hiccup in this unit, but it does work once you give it that tap. So, I would say that's another one of these V-Cords brought back to life. Always nice to have another one of these up and running in the world. You know, this format is like the rarest one I have support for. You know, like I don't have support for cartridge vision. That's gonna be a tall order, but I swear I've seen more machines for those pop up, and I've heard of more working machines, you know, than I have V-Cord units. So it does feel like this thing is like, as far as American formats go, it's like gotta be like one of the rarest there is. So very excited to be watching tapes on this thing. This is, again, going to replace my other Toshiba as my main unit, since this can play both speeds. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you learned something from watching this little series, and you'll be seeing some transfers from this, hopefully, in the near future. Take care.